Hey there everyone, Michael here. Today I want to talk to you about going to Walt Disney World alone. Is it right for you? What are the positives and negatives, and what are my thoughts on it? So let's hop right in. Overall, going to Walt Disney World alone is a unique experience. A lot of people, when they think about going to Walt Disney World alone, they say they're scared, they're nervous, they're feeling like there's no one that I'm going to be able to hang around with, there's no one I'm going to be able to go on rides with, I'm going to be lonely the whole time. That's the honest feeling. And I'm going to be straight up with you because I believe in being 100% honest in goods and bads. It's something that's very important to me, and when I listen to other people on YouTube, I want to be told the real truth from the person speaking. So the common thought is, when I go to Walt Disney World and I'm alone, I'm going to be lonely. I'm going to have no one to talk to, no one to go on rides with. It's going to look weird, me eating alone. This can be true, and that's 100% legitimate fear. It is. However, the first trip is always the hardest. So if you haven't been alone, don't let those fears drive you. Some people, I've heard, going alone is not as fun as being with other people, and I think that does ring true even for me. I'd love to be with my family when I'm there, but I do have a magical time when I'm there alone. So how do I do it? What do I do to make it magical? For me, the very first thing I did on my very first trip alone, it was a November trip. I went by myself, and it was scary. I'll be straight up with you. It was totally scary. I was afraid. I was thinking there'd be no one to hang around with. There'd be no one to spend time with. I would be riding rides alone. It would be weird. Who would I talk to in line? I'd just be on my phone the whole time. That's awkward. Those feelings were all around. I was feeling that way a week before, a day before, on the plane ride to Walt Disney World. It was scary. How did I overcome those things? Well, very first thing, have a plan. Every time I go to Walt Disney World, I have a set plan. Now, I don't always stick to it. I actually don't even usually stick to it, but I do have it in case I want to use it. I'm the kind of guy, I like to go to Walt Disney World. When I go alone, I like to have a plan, but then kind of be able to just go completely off that plan if I want to, and be like, you know what? Today is an Epcot day instead of Magic Kingdom day. That will happen to me all the time when I'm at Walt Disney World. Maybe there's a momentary lull, you say, what do I do next? I don't know what to do. You grab your schedule and you say, okay, here's what I can do. And you're always doing something. You're always busy, you're always having fun, enjoying the magic. That's something that you definitely, if you do that, it'll make everything easier. So is it scary? Yes. Can it be lonely at times? Sure, but another big trick is to take pictures, make videos for yourself, be able to go back and relive the magic and share them with family and friends when you get home as well. Don't let your fears drive you. Be able to say, you know what, this is going to be fun. I'm going to make this a fun adventure. It has to come from within, and I do talk about that a lot. I say, you know what, the magic has to come from within me. You know, Walt did all this to make the magic real for all of us, but it has to come from here. It has to come from within. When I went by myself the first time, I found myself FaceTiming or Skyping my family back at home and saying, hey, look at this, look at what I'm doing, all this great stuff. And so I had that personal interaction. It is important. Now I do share a lot of it with all my friends, you, and I love doing it. And you don't realize that I love sharing it with you. You're part of the adventure. You're making it magical with me. So being another word of appreciation for all that you do. You're a huge part of my adventures with me. It means so much that you join me for them. Really, really appreciate it. Make sure you make those dining reservations in advance. Think about it. Make those fast pass reservations in advance. Think about that as well. One of the best benefits to going alone is you can change anything. You can do whatever you want to do anytime. You want to wake up late. You want to wake up super early. You want to eat here. You don't want to eat there. No problem. It's all up to you. So that is a great positive to going alone. That being said, do I think going to Walt Disney World by yourself is for everyone? No, I do not. I think that there are some folks who just would be uncomfortable with the idea of going by themselves. In this regard, you have to know yourself. You have to know what is good for you, what you're going to like. When I first went to Walt Disney World alone, I really didn't think that I would enjoy going alone. I thought, I don't know, I've always been with my family. We always go and together, we have this togetherness thing. But after that first time, I realized how much I loved it. And I still love going with my family. Let's not take away from the fact that I love going with my family. But going by myself is a fantastic experience, which I highly recommend for anyone who might even be a little bit interested. Don't let me scare you away from trying it by yourself. I'm just being honest and telling you how I honestly feel. If you feel differently, if you've been by yourself, I want to hear it in the comments below. Let me know. And maybe if you've been inspired to go alone, you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments below. I promise I'll get back to you. Until next time, have a magical day.